Hey guys, it's Rebecca here from The Pursuit of Fabulous. And today I want to talk about one of my now favorite, formerly not so favorite topics, sales. So, when it used to come to sales for me, I would be terrified. I totally hated it. And the whole time I'd be thinking like, "Oh my gosh, what are they thinking? Am I charging too much? Do they think I'm worth it? What are they like? Do they think I'm totally wasting their time? Ugh, I don't want to talk about the money. Like, this sucks. I love coaching, but I hate sales." So that has shifted dramatically for me over the last year or so. And now actually I quite enjoy the sales process. And I know a lot of people out there are struggling. So I decided to kind of pull together a few of my best tips for really successful, really fluid and really good sales conversations. So I've put together a couple of tips. So tip number one is to go into the conversations with no expectations. So a lot of times before a conversation, we think we have an idea of what the prospect is looking for, what they want to get out of coaching, or maybe we think, oh, they can't afford it, like I shouldn't even get on the phone. But really, you're doing yourself and you're doing your potential client a huge disservice by getting in your head beforehand about really anything about who they are. So the most important thing to do during a sales conversation is to be so present and really deeply listen to what they're saying. Get out of the chatter in your head about yourself, or whether or not you're good enough, or what they're thinking about you, and just focus on them as much as possible, and you will see a radical shift in the way your conversations go. Number two is to have a general format or an idea of what you want to say or how you want to structure the call, but don't read from a script. Like, a client is going to be able to tell if you're literally like reading something out that sounds really formulaic and doesn't sound genuine and connected to them. So have an idea of how you'd like to structure the call, and then leave room for it to be fluid and for it to kind of evolve naturally. I typically start my sales calls really getting clear on what a client is looking for. What are their deep desires? Then we dive into what's challenging for them. What are they struggling with right now? And then getting really clear, like, if nothing changes, if they don't, invest in my program or with another coach, like, what's going to be different 3 months from now, 6 months from now, and really getting them into reality about how much they need what you have to offer. And in this part, don't be afraid to dig deep and ask why. So really ask the question behind the question. So say you're a health coach and your prospective client says, I really want to lose 10 pounds by this spring. Ask them why. Well, maybe I want to be able to go to the beach with my friends and have an amazing time and look really hot. Okay, why? Why is that important to you? Well, I really want to feel beautiful so I can feel attractive and sexy in my relationships and really attract my soulmate. Like, I feel alone and I feel like, not feeling good in my body is really holding me back. Okay, boom. There. Now you've gotten to the why behind the why behind the why. This person is looking for love. And, getting healthier or working with you might be the conduit for that. But really, on a deep level, what they want is love. So that's what you want to coach around. That's what you want to latch onto. Don't stop before you've really intuitively gotten to that place of like, oh, that's why this is so important to you. And when you connect to a client from that place, you're not even selling. You're really just sharing what you can do to help them get what they really want. And that's a really beautiful thing. My next tip is don't be afraid to follow up. So a lot of times, like, a first conversation doesn't necessarily lead to a sale. Sometimes it does, but sometimes people need to think about it, mull it over, and that's really normal. It doesn't mean you've done anything wrong as a salesperson or as a coach, but really try to get them to commit to a next time to talking to you on the phone. So you don't want them to just fall off the face of the earth. So while you're still talking to them, suggest a specific time, like how's next Tuesday at 4 p.m. to chat and check in on how you're feeling about this. And then really in that second call, try to get them to a yes or a no. And really with no pressure on it from your end for it to be a yes. Like, you need to really believe that there are enough clients, not only clients, but ideal clients who would love, love, love to work with you out there, and not be attached to a specific person. So their yes or no is actually in service of them, and them really getting clear if your program, service, product is right for them right now. And if it's not, cool. If it is, but you sense they're just really scared or really in their stuff, say what you see. Like, don't be afraid to call them out. They might get emotional, they might be triggered, that's all normal. Come from a really loving place, but don't be afraid to share your observations. How people show up in the coaching conversation and sales conversation is often how they show up in many other areas of their lives. So it can be a huge tool, and it'll give you a lot of insight about what working with this client will be like down the road. And yeah, the last one is have fun with it. Really, on the deepest level, a coaching sales call or clarity call or sample session, whatever you want to call it, is another chance to do your work on the planet, do your soul's work. So it's not about whether or not you succeeded at the sale or not. Like, you're not a failure if they decide it's not the right program for you or they decide to hire another coach. Like, it's really just an opportunity to give love, to hone the craft of coaching, and to really continue to sow and plant seeds. And a lot of times people come back to you. So they might say no now, it's 6 months from now, shoot you an email and be like, I'm ready to hire you. So just trust the process. Definitely get them on the phone a second time. Definitely dig a little deeper. And then on some level, surrender it to the universe and know that your clients are on their way. And all you have to do is be present, keep showing up, really listen, dig deep, and trust. Just trust that you have what it takes to have a massively successful coaching business. If you'd like more tips, advice, support around really starting to make money coaching, getting your clients on board, creating and selling packages that light you up, that feel really good, and getting much more natural with the sales process, I would love to mentor and coach you. My signature program is called Brand Fabulous, and you can find out all about it on my website, www.thepursuitoffabulous.com, and book a free clarity call of your own. So I hope this was helpful to you. I know how scary, hard, frustrating, and just all around ick sales can feel, especially for soulful entrepreneurs, healers. This stuff comes so naturally to us, so we feel almost guilty about charging a lot of the time. And it's actually, you're offering a huge value and a huge service in the world, and you deserve to be well compensated for it and to feel really good and really natural with the sales process. So if this resonates with you, hit me up. I would love to chat. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.